This Hunter x Hunter blue deck revolves all around the Zoldyck family, with purple being as strong as it is in terms of removal. How does this one stack up? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby, and today I'm going to give you my full deck list for the Hunter x Hunter purple deck. We're going to go over every single card, we're going to talk about the game plan, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to let you know my thoughts on how good I think this deck is. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out as we grow this channel. I upload lots of daily duels and profiles for lots of anime TCGs. Alright, so let's get started going right in. These are the current action points that I'm using. These are the Illumi ones. This is from HTR1. This is action point number 5. Alright, so let's begin. So we're using this Sphinx here as a two of them in here as a tech card that we're going to be using. It's a pretty good card because when played, draw a card. Let's zoom in a little bit. Draw a card, then go ahead and trash one. This is just a really good ability for sifting, and the active is amazing, which is activate and plus 3000 BP. So it's a really good support card that we're using in this deck. Next off, we're using another zero cost Get a Wrecker. So this card is also treated as Illumi. Illumi is the only card in this particular deck that has a raid card. This deck is not completely revolved around raid. There are 4 raid cards as mentioned, so you know it's there if you need it. And the trigger is add this to your hand if you kind of need this later, if you didn't draw a zero cost at the beginning. Next off, we have Pakunoda. This is another 4 entry that we're using in here. So when sidelined, draw a card. So the way that you want to be using this card and the way that you want to be using the Sphinx and the Gitaracker is you want to use these at the beginning. You put them on your energy line, and then when you get your better energy generators, you want to move these to the front line to do some cheap attacks if your opponent doesn't have anything to block it, or just use it to block because the ability is drawing a card. Now being able to once again draw and cycle is super powerful in this game, so that's why we're running these. So those are our 10 zero cost mana energy generators. Next off, we have Yugioh. This is Killua's mother. Alright, so basically this is a 1 cost, a Zoldyck family, by the way. This one's Phantom Troop, but it really doesn't matter. This is the only card, I think, in the deck that actually matters if you have some different Zoldicks. I might be wrong, there might be one other, but this is the only one that matters. So when this one is sidelined, so this has the same sort of use in this deck as Pakunoda, where you want to put this early as a energy generator and then move it up to get killed off. So you're going to be looking at the top 3. You reveal one Zoldyck, where everything after here is a really nice Zoldyck card, and then you add it to your hand. What's nice about this one is you don't have to trash a card after you use the ability. The reason being is probably because it has like 2 different requirements, which is when it's sidelined and you're looking at 3 cards instead of 4 or 5. So really nice 1 cost, and that's actually our only 1 cost. Next off, we have Kaluto, which is another Zoldyck family card for 2 costs. If this character is active, plus 1 more energy generation for a total of 2. For the most part, this is going to be your anchor energy for the deck. If you have 4 of these on your backline, you're good to go. But if you have 2 or so, no problemo, because here is another generator. This is a 3 cost. This is the Killua one. Another Zoldyck archetype. When attacking, if a character on your opponent's field has been sidelined this turn, this character gains 1000 BP until the end of the turn, making go to a 4000. There are ways in here to make it so you can sideline your opponent's characters. Then you can activate Maid once per turn. Only activate this if a character on your opponent's field has been sidelined, so same requirements as this one. Move this to the other line. So if you want, this can go in the front line and then move it back once things are sidelined. But for the most part, this Killua and this Kaluto, it's going to be your anchor generators in the back line for the game. Nothing special about that. Now for your Illumi. This is your 4 color staples of the deck. Zoldyck 3 cost. When played, draw a card. Once again, amazing. But because you're drawing a card. They gave him a little less BP here. It's also some energy generators, but you're primarily, you are usually going to be using this on the front line as well to attack. And this is once again another one of your raid cards. So you have the 4 Get to Recurs, and you have these 4 Illumis. You have another Illumi here later. So the trigger is color. Play 1 purple with 2 or less and 1 AP from your sideline active. So really good for reusing another Yugioh or reusing another Pakunoda. So this is a really strong effect for this deck. 2, 3, 4. All right, time for your 4 staple finals. This is Underworld Residents. You choose up to 2 AP and switch them to active, giving you 1 more action to use that turn. The trigger final, if you have 0 life when this is revealed, you heal 1, which is amazing. All right, now we're moving on to some more stronger characters. Everything after this is going to be your late game. Oh my god, you want these cards as much as possible. And remember, anything with Zoldyck can be searched out by the 1-cost Yugioh, which is awesome. So check this one out. This is a 4-cost activate main. If on the front line, then you switch to resting, so you will never ever be able to use this on the first turn that you play Zeno. Choose 1 character with 4,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line, sideline it, then you put this in the removal rather than the trash, so there's no way to bring it back, you know, just in case you have other cards that can do so. So this is a removal card. It destroys something 500 more than him. It's a little bit of a setup, however, it's good because there are some cards in here that really make it so you want to sideline a character outside of the battle phase. One example is this little Killua. So, you know, if Zeno activates and kills somebody during the main phase, then during the attacking phase, you get 4,000 here, or you can move him to the back line if you choose to do so. So Zeno is one way to KO outside of the battle phase with this deck. Next off, we have Silva, really strong card. This is 4, another Zoldyck. When played, choose 1 character on your opponent's field, then you gain this character. If the chosen character is sideline, you go ahead and grab 1 Zoldyck from the sideline to your hand. So pretty much, this is a family of assassins, and the theme here is you want to mark characters, and then if they're sidelined this turn, this is really cool because this doesn't say if it's sidelined during the main phase or just whenever. You mark them and that turn only. So you can attack with something else on the field when you play this, and then if they have to choose to, you know, if you are able to knock them out somehow, or if they choose to block with it, this activates, and then you get to grab somebody from the graveyard that's a Zoldyck other than Silva, and most likely other than Zenos, because you're gonna, you know, if you use this and you put it to the removal. But yeah, there's no cost for this, so if you can grab like a 5 cost or something from the graveyard. So amazing strong card, 4,000 BP, really good staple anchor attacker for the deck. Next off, we have the 4 staple specials of the deck. This is Dragon Head Long Toe Shihua. So you choose 1 character, 3,000, and sideline it. If 3 or more Zoldyck family cards are on your field, it's 5,000 or less. Almost every single card is a Zoldyck besides the Pakunoda and the Finks card, which is just 6 cards out of 50 total. So you're gonna have this when you use this. And then the special is you choose 1 from the front line and KO it. Really, really, really good. Okay, what's up next? Now we have another Silva card. This one is not a raid. This is just another card you definitely want to play as soon as you can. 5 costs, but it is 2 actions. So this character always has impact, which is a basic 4,000 impact. So good, a really good thing to have. Activate main, you trash 2 cards from your hand to use this. This character gains snipe, meaning you can attack anyone on your opponent's field, whether it's active, whether it's rested. You can attack them. Remember, this guy, if you match BP when you're attacking, you win the duel and they die. So if a 4,000 attacks into a 4,000, it dies. So this is another way to remove from your opponents, and then there you go. So this one combos with this other Silva. If you have this Silva on the board, and this one on the field, you can go ahead and mark somebody and then go ahead and snipe them, and then you get the ability of getting somebody from the graveyard. However, the best use of sidelining any of your opponents for this deck will be the last card of the deck, and this is the Illumies. This are the raid cards. There are 8 raid Illumi targets, which is the 0 cost, and the 3 cost color card. But check this one out. This one permanently has 2 damage, which is amazing, meaning if you attack with this, your opponent will most likely want to block it. So once again, if you mark something, you might be able to get a free attack off of that. And then when played, choose up to an opponent's character. You gain draw 2 if they're sidelined in this turn. So once again, this card and the other Silva, they both are marking. So these 2 are your game plans of the deck. This one, if you kill a mark, you get somebody back. This one, if you kill a mark, you draw 2. And remember, the drawing 2 cards will directly work with this other Silva, which is trashing 2 cards from your hand to gain snipe. So basically, you want to play this the turn before you play this, because this one, it doesn't matter if you played it the turn beforehand. Besides, you need this to attack, so you want to play it rested, and then the next turn it's active. You can go ahead and choose somebody to and then you play Illumi rated, you mark somebody, and both of these will be able to attack that same turn. This guy snipes somebody, you draw 2. This one has 2 damage. It's just a really strong combo. So let's talk about the deck overall. This is a really strong deck. It has good sifting early game. It has a lot of potential sidelining. It has good attackers and really good, amazing anchor mana generators. This is one of the most solid decks that I've been using so far, and I recommend it if you guys want to play something that's going to be pretty competitive, because it's just really good. Some things that you can change, I think, are the 0 cost mana generators. There aren't a lot of different ones out with the HTR1 Hunter set. Oh my god, you also get stuff from the graveyard. Dude, this deck has everything. But yeah, this is really good. So yeah, you could change these up if you want, but I find these to be just really good because once again, once they do their job and you have the Kalato and you have the Kilowatt in the backline, move this up, move this one up, and then just have them tank attacks. It's really powerful, and there you go. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's a good deck. I highly recommend trying this one out if you want to be really competitive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.